What's up, guys? New day here in the shop. What we're going to be doing today is splitting all this firewood. Some of you guys in my last video hauled all this firewood here and they're like, well, you're not completely done with it yet because you still need to split it. Well, yeah. So I got this DeWalt 28-ton wood splitter. The motor is a Kohler 6.5 horsepower, 196 cc's. Picked this up about a month ago, kind of ran through his paces a little bit. So I think one of the first things that I see that's wrong with this thing, so this little thing here, they should have another stand coming out this side so that when you're catching a log, they fall both ways. Here's the other killer. This handle right here. You're tripping over this freaking wheel the whole time, trying to maneuver wood and get it in there. It could just be a better deal. This hose down here, that is a clear plastic with a spring put into it, is hanging about 3 inches off the ground.
We have clearance.
So if you ever pulled it anywhere, that's the first thing to go. And on the motor side, if you're pulling something, I mean, that is just lined up for contact on something. I don't know why they don't build a little guard here. So all the debris falls down, lands right on top of the exhaust. That is not a good thing.
I have made fire!
But other than that, it has plenty of power. They could just design things just a little bit better because, you know, usually when you're splitting wood, it's never a good scenario. Half the time you're in the woods doing it. You know, when you're pulling it behind on a trailer, that stuff's definitely gonna drag. There ain't no doubt about it.
You're right.
I would call this like a 1 out of 10. I would say it was probably about a 5 on that design. Here's my other complaint about this thing. It's a direct drive right into the hydraulic pump. So when it's cold, it is a bear to start.
Hello, picnic basket.
There should be a disconnect right there so you can disconnect it from the pump and then get the motor going and then engage the pump. Oh.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
If you see what I'm saying.
I mean, are you kidding me?
Jesus Christ. Telling you.
She's alive! Alive! God damn it! Are you trying to ruin me?
As you see, that is a dilemma.
And it's shaking big time.
Slingshot engaged.
You would think that they'd have a better little product right there to do that than that. So that is one of the biggest complaints I got about that thing. If you can't start that thing in 10 degrees, there's got to be a better solution.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You see how it'd be nice to have a thing right here too?
Yes!
And it's definitely not the fastest thing in the world.
No.
God damn, that's a big bitch.
And it definitely does not like knots. Here's a big old gnarly one. Right through a knot.
Nope.
Not designed for that. If you guys can see right there, it didn't like that at all. Let's try it now. So there is limitations. So if you can see, there's limitations to this thing. For a 28-ton wood splitter, I don't know. This should be more like about 15. There's another way you could do it. You could stand it up too, but then you're bending down the entire time, and well, let's try it one time, see what we got. Right here. As you see down here, put the log there, well, might be kind of a pain in the butt. You kind of got to hold it up there. So we'll see how this goes. So I don't know how many times you see me bent over there, but I was on one piece and I have to bend over to do the whole thing. So if any of you guys have a hard time working with bent over, this won't work. I feel like I could lift that up in one setting and put it up there easier than I can do it down there. I know some of them might be 100 pounds or whatever, but sometimes you just got to buck it up. So if you can see, I got a hell of a lot of firewood to split, and we're just gonna see how long this takes to get all this done with this DeWalt splitter. Like I said, I'm not too sold on it yet, so we'll see how it works out. I'll give you a review at the end of the video. So if I had to rank that thing 1 out of 10, I'm still sticking with a 5, because those tires, you fight that the whole way through the whole time. And not having that other stand off of this side, you have nowhere to put a log, so you're constantly bending over and picking up. The flip up thing, if you like working bent over, that's for you, because it's not for me. So you basically got to lift every log all the way up there. But overall, it's still better than chopping with a splitting maul. The stroke is really slow. When you push the handle back, it strokes it all the way back, so that when you're going for the next one. You know, each one of mine are 16 inches long, so you got to catch up to that stroke before you start chopping again. This part under here gets jam-packed full of freaking wood chips, so you got to clean this out underneath that cylinder, because this right here keeps sliding back and pushing it back underneath. These holes right here are not even big enough. It starts getting jammed up with wood chips and dirt and bark and everything else right in there. This needs to be just a skosh wider, and it needs to go all the way to the end, and then have like a stopper right here, because all your logs just want to slide right off the backside. And it totally needs one more on this side. And you see where the control is? I almost got to lean over to run it, and then you're trying to manipulate this log at the same time. See where that control is right there compared to that tire? You're leaning way over that way, so your center of gravity is not even right. I could say a good percentage of that wood splitter right there is economically not friendly. Not saying that I'm out of shape.
Are you sure?
It definitely works you more than it should be. You're wrestling with the logs, trying to get everything back and forth. There were some big ass logs in that. Don't get me wrong. Brown dog seen a cat over here just a little bit ago, and he's now on the hunt to go play with it. He doesn't ever hurt him, he just plays with them. He usually ends up getting his ass kicked from him, but teaches him, I guess. But overall, it's still better than splitting with a frickin' splitting maul. I mean, if you're splitting smaller logs, and for a do-it-yourselfer, you're not gonna be making money splitting logs with that in a commercial setting. You're just not. It's not gonna be fast enough. But sure saves your back. I think that's probably gonna do it. Like, subscribe, do all the little ding dong things that YouTube wants you to do. And don't forget, if you don't start a project, you ain't gonna be able to finish a project. So get off your damn ass, go start a project. That was my project today, and I got it done. We'll be seeing you guys later.